Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. He has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warren Chamber. And for that, I need him breathing. Oh, you are back with us, I see. Delightful.
Ah, so he wants to steal the warrant. You two-faced scum, you're the one behind this mayhem.
How perceptive of you. I'll help you with the next insight. I need you here for your blood. You have the option to share it voluntarily, or I will squeeze it out of you myself. We are in the anteroom of the Warren Chamber, this void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. The sacred Warrant of Trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates of the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel.
What is it, inbred? Is your blood too thin for the Sentinel?
On the contrary, the Warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, Fon Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't that what family is for?
What sorry, pathetic excuse do you even have for your apostasy, you sordid, wretched piece of grok shit?
Wretched? What do you know about wretchedness? Theodora's cur. Are you hoping to buy a grain of her indulgence with your blind loyalty? Oh, I know this delusion. But thank the gods it no longer has power over me. Humanity can rot. I no longer serve mortal kind. Once my work is done, I'll make that pompous wench Fon Valencius watch as I sacrifice her entire dynasty and commit their fate to the gods. And you will be the instrument by which I will accomplish this righteous act.
The blade flashes in the dim light and drops of blood appear in your palm. For a brief moment you feel nauseous, your head is spinning, and then quiet whispers begin to flood your mind. More and more sourceless voices echo each other, drowning out your own thoughts, placing them with a singular urge. Go to the gates. Go to the gates. Get out, I'm not your puppet. Voice in your head giggle and mock your desperate outcry. Feel the intruting influence forcing you onto your feet and making you step towards the gates looming in the center of the chamber. In the gateway arch you see a cogitator with a human likeness built into the front panel. As you approach, the torso twitches slightly. This is a servitor, an obedient automaton created from a lobotomized human being. Sentinel turns its head to you. One of its eye sockets lighting up with two ember-like irises. Examine the device. You carefully inspect the design of the gate cogitator. What immediately catches your eye is the strange alloy that was used as the material for the machine's components, some of which are unfamiliar to you. You suspect this might be some kind of archaeotech relic. Incredibly rare and powerful piece of technology from humanity's ancient past. That experience. The surface of the gate begins to move with the screeching and groaning of metal. It leans forward, closer to you. Its lower jaw opens, and with a drawn-out screech, such wider than the jaw than a living human, the servitor's mouth is filled with sharp metallic fangs that glint in the dim light. The vid screen on the right of you lights up, showing Rings of mysterious symbols on a green background. Whisper runs through your consciousness, insisting, demanding sacrifice. The voices that filled your head after Vitar wounded you with the blade did not go away. On the contrary, their source coiled itself right in a tight knot somewhere in the depths of your mind. Examine the sentinel. Looks noticeably different to the ones you're used to. Skin covering is stitched together with copper thread, and his metal hinges in place of his standard joints. It seems that the creators of the Sentinel did everything to ensure that the service life of this unit would be much longer than the ordinary automatons. Look for anything that could be used as a weapon. Look around in hopes of finding at least something that could be used, could work as a weapon. Your search is in vain. The chamber anteroom is completely empty and in perfect working condition near a broken panel and protruding piece of rebar inside. Yes, we can place our hand in. Sentinel jaws clamp around your hand, puncturing your skin and sinking into your flesh. A few dark drops fall on the server's throat, and immediately you hear humming as the server motor starts up and pumps are into motion. The vid screen of the cogitator flickers. Several long minutes pass. The Sentinel's jaw remains closed. You're beginning to feel sick. Perhaps if you were to lean against the gate, you could catch your breath. Maybe even close your eyes and pretend none of this ever happened.
High levels of caustic humus. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
You do not understand where the quiet voice is coming from, crackling like static. The Sentinel of the cogitator is a figment of your weird mind. Whichever it is, you can clearly hear every word. Yes. Yes, I do require assistance. Pain shoots through your head and subsides just as quickly. It seems the entity coiled in your consciousness does not have the ability to do any real harm.
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
Nice.
Well, there is still another way.
Check the warrant chamber. An old injury. An injury that wasn't healed in time. It can be healed with a medkit, but it requires passing a Medicaid skill test to succeed. Too many injuries reduce the character to resolve and cause traumas. If a character who has received 3 or more injuries does not heal them in time with a medkit, come traumas. The number of injuries that cause trauma may vary depending on the difficulty of the game you choose. So because we just went for hard, it's 20. Okay. That's not bad then, alright. Traumas reduce characters resolve and also inflict an additional negative effect, which depends on the specifics of the particular trauma. They can only be removed in the private quarters on the Void ship. At least they can
keep your wits about you.
Be removed. Looks like I won't be attacked. Still red hot from the gunfire, the engines of death froze as they finished off the heretics that had infiltrated. The sanctum of the void ship. Cool.
I know how to take risks.
Hey Jarek, how you doing?
Is there money to be made?
Alright. The enormous gates match the importance of the thing they protect. The massive doors are made from heavy metal and look impregnable.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Cool. Oh, great. Oh, that's right. You're having, you're feeling ill, aren't you? Well, hopefully, you're starting to feel better, dude. Let it be known that by my will and the true words of this document... Oh, no. Unbroken by adversity, to walk bravely first into dark... Okay, it's too fast for me to read. Your headache is past once you force some food into you. Get that, sugar and stuff into you, yeah.
Escort the child of the house to safety.
I need a weapon. I am utterly defenseless.
Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations.
You realize that the service code will not answer you. What madness is happening here? Who are you? Who addresses me?
Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warrant Sentinel standing by.
Take a relic, yeah, okay.
Mobile unit of the Warrant Sentinel designed as a personal escort of the child of the house and a means of communicating with the rogue trader's subjects. Mobile unit standing by.
I need to contact someone, preferably Theodora.
Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup. Establishing connection.
Place the mechanical screeching. The service code Vox projects the voice of Theodora von Valentius. Distorted and ridden with static, yet still recognizable beyond a doubt. Vox Master, restore navigation to the Navigator's Sanctum. I am trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once. I repeat, group all available forces and head.
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection.
Alright, lead me away.
Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. The mobile unit will start executing the received order immediately after the safety of the warrant is secured.
So as the game's story unfolds, you'll see notifications at the top of the screen indicating that the status of your current objective has been updated and that new information has been added to your journal. You can open the journal with J. Keep track of your current objectives. The Rumors and Contracts section also contains important information. You will learn more about them later. So we need to go out and lock the chamber.
I always keep my options open.
Master? Whatever are you doing in the warrant chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me, what is the meaning of this?
Conrad Voitor is a traitor. When we parted ways in the officer's deck, he stunned me somehow and brought me here.
What?
He intended to take revenge on Theodora for something, and trying to reach the warrant was somehow part of the plan.
God, Emperor! I presume he is the one responsible for the mutiny. And, Master, I wish to remind you that you are to refer to the Lord Captain as Lady Theodora.
So it would seem, but he's not here. We have a mutiny to end.
Indeed. Indeed. That is easier said than done, of course. But seeing one of Lady Theodora's heirs alive inspires at least some degree of optimism. You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit with me. And, for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here.
Excellent. They gave us a stub revolver, sword, armored body glove, and medikit. Treating injuries while fighting, your character can lose some of their wounds. Your character has suffered an injury after being attacked by Conrad. This happens when a character receives damage that exceeds 50% of their maximum wounds within one round. The exact percentage of wounds a character must lose for this to happen, and it may vary depending on the difficulty of the game. Fair. When he initially suffers an injury, it's considered a fresh injury during the first 3 rounds. Once 3 rounds have passed, it becomes an old injury. Fresh injury can be healed using a medikit without passing any skill tests. Old injuries can be healed with a medikit, but you have to pass the skill test. Okay. Now that the character loses all their wounds, they fall unconscious. Once combat is over, the wounds of all party members are replenished automatically, but any injuries they may have sustained are remain. They can be healed with a medikit. Medikits can only be used by characters who have the field medic feature, base skill medikit, or have taken medikit skill advancement at least once. A medical skill test determines the number of wounds that will be restored. Okay. Inventory. Character wearing this armor will dodge 35% of average enemy attacks this chapter. This armor reduces the incoming damage in this chapter. That's interesting wording. Oh, okay, yeah. That's her main hand, right? I cannot use that, but you can. You already have one. Let's give you two. Do they stack? No. And he has a chainsword. Nice.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treatise on Tactica Imperialis and weigh every step. Sometimes, though, you just fire your biggest cannon and save the day. Let me help. That is a noticeable improvement. Now you're prepared for the trials ahead. The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on. But that is not the worst of it. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation. If we can manage that, some aboard this vessel may yet survive.
How did you find me?
You sent me a Vox message. Specifically, a Voxcast on the officer's frequency, which I had the good fortune to receive. You mean to say you did no such thing?
I think the Warren Sentinel may have sent that message.
Warren Sentinel? The Lord Captain barely ever ventures down to the chamber, and I was at her side only once or twice when she did. And I did not see anything of the sort. The Warren Chamber is an ancient and rather sacred mechanism that the ship's tech priests treat with the utmost reverence. I assume that whatever it is that you did, you must have activated certain processes and caused the Sentinel to awaken. But then, why did none of it happen when Lady Theodora did the same?
I heard one of Theodora's Voxcasts.
Lady Theodora's. Which one? The last one I received was about the Navigator's Sanctum, and that was a good while ago. In any case, let us hope that the Lord Captain is well, and safely in charge of the ship's defense. In the meantime, we must do all we can to prevent the ship from veering off course.
What exactly has gone wrong with the translation? He probably doesn't know, but we'll ask.
I am no helmsman, or God Emperor preserve me navigator. However, I've spent my entire life aboard void ships equipped with warp drives, and I know that portents such as these do not bode well. It could be that the Gellerfield has faltered. Perhaps the navigator was struck down by warp corruption and is fighting for the last shreds of his humanity as we speak.
Let's hope the killer field didn't fail.
If we get thrown off course, we will be forever lost in the war. Naturally, we would likely not have long to live in that scenario. But I will not resign myself to such an outcome just yet.
For the Imperium and humanity, lead the way, Seneschal.
Come.
Waves of suddenly erupts from the servo skull, and you can make out Theodora's words through the noise. To arms, loud sons and daughters of the God Emperor. Find the heresy and corruption that threatens to consume our home. With all your might, destroy those who have dared.
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved. Onward!
The infant died screaming for sacrifice!
To arms!
Fun! Oh, so this is the first time we haven't been ambushed. Combat begins with the tactical phase, during which characters cannot attack or take other actions, but may try to take up an advantageous position. Select the character by left-clicking on their portrait, top of the screen, then click left mouse button on the cell you want the character to move to. Okay. So we can move anywhere within this. Gotcha. And we're moving Abelard. He is moving the second. You're moving first. So let's move you here. Abelard, excuse me. I'm going to move in behind him and get up nice and close. I don't know if that's a good idea. We still have our injury. Nice, we both parried the cleave. Abelard's abilities. Your new companion is a warrior, specializing in melee combat and drawing enemy attacks. Charge is unique warrior ability that only works. It works only when you're using a melee weapon and is not considered an attack action. Use charge to close the distance between you and your enemy and deal damage. So it's not considered an attack action, so does that mean he can use it more than once? Ability icon, choose direction to charge, and if an enemy is in the direct path of the charge, Abelard will attack them. Will still be able to use an attack action afterwards if he's not used upon this turn. It can only be used if the character is 2 or more cells away from the target. Okay. Ability requires the ability to be adjacent to an enemy, make a melee attack. Melee you wish to attack. Unlike single shots, melee attacks will automatically hit. Oh wow, no need for a roll. The enemy will try to dodge or parry. Gotcha. Melee weapons can be used to make area attacks. All creatures in the area will suffer damage unless they succeed in the dodge test. Damage implement depends on the weapon's parameters and the strength score. So is there an attack of opportunity? Yeah, there it is. That's the attack of opportunity warning. Yeah. Cleave is 3 squares.
At your back and reduced to dust!
Big old swing out of the chain sword. Brace for impact, form around the Navy officer and the allies, and get 2 plus weapon for each archetype. Use brace for impact. Parried it. Attack of opportunities. Characters with melee weapons can make attack of opportunity if an opponent adjacent cell initiates movement, but also can be triggered by some abilities. Cool. Nice, he blocked it. He dodged and parried. Nice. Oh, wait. So we have a multi-shot now. First creature for every shot within a 12-cell cone. Oh, cool. We don't just pick a target, we pick... That's cool. I like it.
I'm ready for whatever comes.
God damn it. So you're marked now. That's the main thing, because I want Abelard to kill you.
On it.
I'll give him that bonus. That was a really bad round for us. Beautiful, well done. He parried. So we should get a free turn then, right? Spends all movement points. That's fine.
I will do my duty.
Okay. Oh, he does. He gets a free turn. Nice. And he has 2 AP though, so we might as well just...
At your beck and call. One fewer target.
Yeah. Oh well, I could have charged, but that's fine. That's fine.
My ears are ringing.
I'll see to it.
Nice. That's our single attack done. I can't... Yep, can't target you again because you have that effect for 2 rounds. I can't move.
Reduced to dust.
Well, he moved away, so that was stupid.
It will be done. One fewer target.
Unfortunate that guy had a spare sword for himself. Yeah. Right. You can advance to the level of your character and companions, prevailing in battles, exploring the Cronus Expanse, and completing quests to earn your experience points. Level gain offers your character new progression options, which include new abilities, talents, skill improvements, and other enhancements. Your companions gain new levels at the same time as your character. So we gain a skill. Oh god. I think we up our persuasion, right? We're already at 45, like we can get that pretty high. Our coercion's already at 55, so we could like do that. I think I go for that. What's our coercion at? Sorry, coercion's at 55 already. Crowds is at 30. Although we are Commissar. See the way that says +5 there? But it only says +10 there. Bring up persuade. I'm gonna go with my initial thing. Bring up persuasion. Would that have gone up to 15 then? Excuse me. So no, okay, I think I am going to meme to my last breath. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So you have the medicate. You're using the medicate. So we could bring that up, but we could also bring up your athletics. I think the medicate is probably going to be more effective. One of the last things your granddad said was just joking around. I'm gonna go with Medicaid. If he's the one using it, because we aren't. Alright, is that it? Then we don't get to do anything here, I guess. Your dodge is 48%. Oh, your dodge reduction. Oh, okay, that's for enemies to... Okay. Loot! Speed enemies have no further need for their former belongings. But you can discover valuable trophies among them. Left click on a defeated enemy to inspect what is left. The items on the right side of the trophy collection window go to your inventory. Such items can be used or equipped by your characters. Items on the left are packed into cargo. Cool. Oh, double click doesn't work. Okay. We're going to send all that to cargo. And that's going to be... Oh, crap. Take the last pistol. I should probably take a sword as well. Can I get to my cargo? Then we at least a last damage. 6 to 8 damage on that and 7 to 11 on the solid. Rate of fire is 2, range is 6. Rate of fire is 2, there's damage reduction on it. What is that? How is that affecting us? Alternative weapons, yeah. Does not cost action points to switch between your weapon sets. And it group loots as well. Right. Here, the map of your void ship consists of several parts between which you can travel. Some parts are not yet available, but over time your character will be able to access them. Cool. Going to the Navigator Sanctum. That's looking
The Navigator
fine.
Sanctum is directly along the passageway. I pray to the God Emperor that we are not too late.
Be sure we're too late, buddy.
I always have a backup plan.
Dira.
And so, he will enter the halls of the blinded guide and witness the radiance of the final dawn through the cracks and fall victim to a whim of fate.
Master, watch your head.
Idira, would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close.
Indeed.
sorry, old man. The voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Abelard, how they sing!
This is Idirat Las, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Valensis. Idira?
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate. To die in the waves of the Immaterium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn. And in the roaring blaze, I see a figure standing. Who is it? I have no answer.
You've seen your consciousness shrinks and crawls in deeper. It claws, scraping against the walls of your mind as if the presence is trying to hide from the seer standing before you. A diviner, are you?
The voices from beyond the threshold whisper to me. Sometimes their murmurs are clear, they grant insight. Sometimes they drive me mad. But I am patient. I know how to listen and discern. But now, with this clamor around me, too many voices, too loud. And you are von Valancius, one of Lady Theodora's heirs. Well then, we finally meet.
You hear a few clicks from the relays on the server skull, which has followed you all the way here, and Theodora's scrambled words give way to a voice vaguely familiar to you. Officers' frequency to all can hear me. Those with a weapon in their hands are to gather at the officer's deck at once, or gather on the officer's deck at once, and prefer to launch a counterattack.
That's Edelthrat! Oh, Emperor's Providence! The other heir lives as well. Quickly, we must head to...
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Edelthrat's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold on a little longer without us.
Blast it! You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
What are you doing here?
The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the engineerium, but it was too late. I heard the cry of our master Cog, and the silence that followed.
What? You don't mean the Engineer Prime is...
Said, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the Navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest. And it's better that we saved the Navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks.
Right, we must save the navigator as well.
Oh no. No. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity. But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive.
Okay, go. These pipe left a notable dent in the floor.
Fate and fortune favor the bold.
Alright, we'll go. We'll do it. I saw formations. Uneditable? I'll do it.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Or fall!
Show them no mercy!
I think Abelard is not going first. You're going first. And the Psyker. So Abelard go there. Deer's abilities. Oh, she was first, damn it. Deer is a Psyker and an Operative. As an Operative, she can study opponents, identify their weakness, and her Psyker abilities allow her to deal damage to them. Exploit effect on all enemies within the Operative's line of sight at the start of each of the Operative's turns. The Operative can also use this ability against a specific enemy to inflict several stacks of the effect. The higher the Operative's intelligence bonus, the more exploit stacks will be inflicted. Common and unique, you can learn more about them, okay. Exposed weakness is an operative ability which they can use against a single enemy who's under the exploit effect. Ability reduces the enemy's dodge and parry and armor. Okay. Deer is armed with a special staff that allows the Psyker to unleash psychic powers against the enemies. In the future, you encounter staves that only a Psyker person in a certain discipline can use. For example, you might find a staff that lets a Psyker use Inferno. To do so, they must first have a Pyromancy psychic discipline learned. So we have Lightning Arc. Chains up to 3 targets within a 3-cell radius. That effect. Oh, so he has exploit regardless. Okay, because he's the only one in actual line of sight. Fair. What's this? When Psykers reach deeper into the warp power their abilities, there's always a chance of the Imperium bleeding into our reality, the factor that is invariably destructive and damaging. The beginning of a combat, Veil degradation usually starts at 0. Okay. That's going to increase it a lot more.
That is not my destiny. Cover me! Will do.
So you have 2 stacks of Analyze Enemy on you now. Or Exploit on you. Here.
Anything else? Be gone!
Nice. Okay. And then you have forewarning. We'll do forewarning on Fhiachs.
On it.
Alright, so he used Psychic Shriek on us. I think we just run up and hit him.
At your beck and call.
Is he too close for a charge? He is. And he's too far for a charge. I may have messed that up. Shit. I need to give him a secondary weapon. Hologram. Oh yeah, okay, that's what we've been using. Already pulled a crystal. The wrong word out of you and it's blam time. Well, we are a Commissar. But we'll be the ones doing the blamming. I think we hit the Psyker. I think we run up and hit the Psyker. Also, we're gonna give her that.
I'll make it happen.
Why is the command on you? It's a bit weird that there's no... Ah. Yeah, no, I think we're going to melee here. What's this gonna do? That's basically the same thing. Okay, that's fine. It's not extra damage to do the cleave or anything, so let's do that. And then that adds... Oh, a fresh injury. Nice, okay. Never cast at all costs, because, you know, idiot.
It's as good as done.
Maybe I should have done that first. Missed. Now, if I rock up to there and smack you, it's a kill, so we'll do that. But the Psyker is going next. So... Oh, it's currently at 11. Let's see how bad this is going to be.
What is this foreboding? What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Oh, we were kind of close to that. You can use a medikit to restore your party members' wounds in battle, treat an injury, and get rid of a certain negative effect. Got it. It did say within 3 tiles. I wasn't paying attention, but oh, that was more than I expected. You, sir. Oh, it doesn't use up this? Oh, that's good.
I've seen worse battles than this in my
sure
time.
to return the favor one day.
Oh, it's a full heal. That's nice. That is very nice.
I will do my duty.
Brace for impact. Can we charge you? Yeah, we can.
Indeed. I took care of this one.
Okay. Sorry about that. The creature in the chair appears as if it has become one with its throne. You see pink parchment-like skin stretched over in a seat and the limbs that have too many joints for a normal human being. Look at his arm. Oh, he's messed up. Navigator is breathing heavily, the air whistling as it exits through the dark the two dark grill-like slits in his cheek, which is either shut the two ordinary eyes as well as the third one that sits in the center of his forehead. I believe Master Vespiades still lives. Albert flinches at the sight of the stretched skin and dark marks on the face of the creature. Servants are dead, but the chamber, like the Emperor, is sealed from the warmth. We have a chance of leaving this place alive. What's wrong with him? Wounded, exhausted, fighting back the endless horrors of the warp that are forcing their way into his head. Pick one. Navigator stirs. Barely able to lift his head and half open his normal eyes. A dark drop rolls from under his closed lid of the third eye down his face, leaving behind a black trail. Your time is short. The voice is coming from the Vox grill at the base of the bizarre chair. It is unclear now that how the navigator is able to produce human speech. Are you alright? Suddenly the navigator's body starts thrashing in place and lurches forward, then falls back into the seat, then thrusts forwards again as its bones crack and its skin tears open. However, the fusion between the body and the chair appears to be stronger than these wild impetuses. The mutant remains seated, but leans as far forward as he can, his layered raiment slowly turning crimson. The gill slits burst open, forming two hideous, screaming mouth-like pits. Fall to your knees, mortal, and behold the final dawn. Came from beyond. His body is not his. Your screams is echoed by the silent cries in your head. The unseen creature triumphs at the sight of the navigator succumbing to the paroxysms of corruption. Its march thunders under the burden of hopes. Unseal your hearts and I will flood your souls with myriads of words and meanings. Each one a port of salvation within me. The navigator continues to convulse violently in his seat, shrieking and cackling, but then his fits stop abruptly. His face is drenched in black and crimson. The dark ooze from under his third eyelid has turned into a trickle into a stream mixed with the blood coming out of his nose. And there is purplish swelling around the eye. Run. Flee from this place while I still have strength. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation and leave the warp. It can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help. Navigator is still alive, but barely so. What do we do now? The ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman if he is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, and we need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Edeltrad and his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call from the arms of the servo skill relaying to us earlier. Good luck and thank you, Vespiades. Navigator did not give her a response. Black tears mixed with blood are streaming from under the closed eyelid. Vox at the base of the chair is bellowing out static, interspersed with distant echoes of otherworldly laughter. Navigator appears dead. Only the slight movements of his chest and twitching his eyelids let you know that he's not. Loot. Ooh, there's staff. So if I go to you, it is worse than the one we have, although it's probably because she has taken them. What's our melee weapon like? It's a sword, right? But it does more damage, so that is more armor pen. And they inflict bleeding. Collect all. Yeah, if you want to go like heavier ranged, right? 3 to 5 damage, but that's a rate of fire of 4. This does a longer range. Oh, we can give him a last pistol, right? Yeah, give him a last pistol. And then give him an auto gun as well. Give him a bit more use. It doesn't seem like there's any penalty to have that in the second hand.
What advice do you seek?
Well, I didn't use it because... Okay, I didn't use it the first time we tried.
This wound will make a fine scar.
I owe you a debt.
Oh, it failed, okay. Oh, hey, first time in 2 days I'm actually hungry. I think I'm gonna go fire up a soup can. Nice. What kind of soup?
Let's patch you up.
I won't forget this. Miscalculations are for commoners.
Buddy,
I don't
turn
make
on-
mistakes.
turn off
I
your
make
change sword.
profitable learning experiences.
Well, that medikit is gone.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Locked door. Oh, sis, we're not going that way. Back to the elevator, I guess. Oh, officer's deck. On we go. Heinz veggie or minestrone. There's a brand here called Cully's and Sully's, and they do great soups. They like sell them in Lidl and stuff. I nearly made it.
Your ship's as good as ours. It's all over for you.
I shall pity
Oh,
not your
Volker.
enemies. I shall heed not their pleas.
Somebody shoot this.
I shall betray not your tenets, nor stray one step from me. Take not your gaze from me. Leave me not without your grace.
I told you he would protect us.
My God, my light, my Emperor.
White-haired warrior turns to face you, her dark eyes blazing. The weapon quivers in her hands, and for a brief moment, it seems like she's not going to stop and will instead continue eliminating every target she sees, starting with you.
Sister Argenta! Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you. We require all the forces we can muster.
Your face, it is unfamiliar. Who are you?
Fhiachs von Valentius, the Lord Captain's heir.
The hour is dark and daunting. The ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends who are twisted by smears of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the archenemy's hunger. I will do what I must to halt the advance of the dark forces. But in these dire moments, little can be trusted. So I must know, why are you here?
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed Master of Whispers. Edelstrad the Heir is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here to deal with the situation, so I suggest we all do just that.
I'm no traitor, sister, you can be sure of that.
If you speak truthfully, the Emperor will not forsake you. If you are lying, you will not escape his retribution.
That tooltip should come up with a gold background.
I cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic.
Excellent. What is the warrior of the Adeptus Sir Artus doing aboard the rogue trader ship? Your orders serve the ecclesiarchy, do they not?
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord Captain. And that story deserves its own time and conversation. Under more appropriate circumstances.
Enough idle chatter. I am where I must be, and that will suffice.
Who are these people with you?
Overseer of Middle Deck AL-84, my lord. We were rounding up everyone we could find in the attack compartments when we ran into an ambush. Just about every enforcer fell. These are the survivors.
What is happening on the opposite deck?
Massacre, my lord. And heretics are not just killing the crew. Some kind of blight is sweeping through the decks, filling the air. I saw people going mad the moment they breathed it in, screaming about their dead comrades, tearing out their eyes. I implore you, my lord, be on your guard.
Nurgle.
Through this door. I shall join you, for it is my duty to the God Emperor to destroy this heresy.
Sweet.
We will follow. For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through the cracks to join the main assault. And we'll take a look at the generators while we're at it. Those villains made a mess of the cables. Oh, I wish we had a Tectomat with us. But we'll see what we can do without one.
Good to hear it. Sister?
Ready. May Terra's light illuminate our path through fire and darkness.
By the right of blood. Sister battle with her unfading valor. And she's an auto pistol as a secondary. Might as well give her a weapon. I do like that the secondary weapons are on her hips. Nice. Mesh chest plate? Okay. You're wearing the armored body glove. You have a las pistol secondary. Nice. Door is closed, but the lock looks intact. It can probably be opened with the right tool. Ready.